Hey, everybody. Here we are on West Coast, back here. Kind of been gone for a while due to lots of things going on. I guess the holidays, Platinum DLC, and a few other things. Kind of got to figure out where in the heck we are. What do we need to get done here? Doesn't look like the animals need much of anything. Got 90 pigs. Sell off some pigs if we wanted to at some point. I'm not even sure what the money situation is, so let's take a look at that. I'm going to need to blank out the screen for a moment. All right, well, it looks like we got $2 million, so we're good on money, that's for sure. Sold a lot of money on bales. Oh, bale sales. All right, where are we at? What do we got going on? Like I say, it's been so long, and kind of who knows what on earth is ready to happen. Map's still loading up, so kind of got to wait to see where we are with things. Let's jump over to sheep and see how much wool we got. Wool there. Doesn't look like we have any more wool anywhere else, so we'll just leave that for there for now. Hey, country girl, how are you doing? Got plenty of grass stored there. No need to mow any grass or anything like that. All right. Let's see what we got ready to do. Ready to harvest. What is this? Well, looks like we were seeding something, so let's just get on with seeding. Fire up the GPS and get to it. Good. So I'm really not sure who's going to join us tonight. I put it out there that we were going to get back to our Saturday evening West Coast stream, and not really sure. Going to jump in. Might be it might be alone for a little bit, but that's fine. Put a second headland in. Turning on this side of the field a little bit easier. Really don't know what's going on up here in the grass fields. We said we've just been driving all over the place. All right. That'll make doing our turns a bit easier.
Dragon and I'll be over in a second. I gotta make sure I got all the mods again.
Oh, okay. Start here, and we'll do these little short turns. And anybody who wants to come in and play, they're free to welcome to come on in. This is on the 3Dudes.
See if I remember the password.
Open Multiplay server. All you gotta do is be a 3Dudes member. If you're not currently a 3Dudes member, you can just go over and sign up at the 3Dudes website. There should be a link in my description. Once you get logged in to the 3Dudes website, there will be a multiplayer server lounge that you can go into, and at the top will be the sticky post that has all of the server mods information, the server information, and the password. Let me know if you need the password, and I'll send it to you.
I probably do.
All right, let me get it to you. Alright, we'll get him locked in.
Ah, yes, I remember now.
Ah, yes.
I needed that subtle, swift kick in the you-know-what to remind me, though. We'll be blowing the dust off of this one, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what needs done. Like I said, I don't know how long it's been empty. I found a tractor over here on field 11. It was in mid planting, so I just went ahead and picked on up with that.
Howdy.
Hey, Silver Dragon, how are you?
Not bad.
See you standing over there in the field.
Yeah, just logging in now. So what trouble can we get into tonight?
I don't know, but I saw a bunch of great demand pricing up there. Did I hear a genetic J?
You did.
How did your Delta Bravo show go?
Very first thing I did was flip a tractor over.
Oh, so you drove like Roger.
Yeah. I don't think Roger actually drove. I think he just ran around and watched.
Delta Bravo show. Cool.
I did like that map, though. It was a pretty cool map.
Yeah, Genetic J had his tryouts today. Sounds like he passed.
Tryouts.
You had to become a server, people.
Yeah, over at over Delta Bravo Productions, his YouTube channel. He's got an open server for well, it's not really open. He's got a closed server, I guess I should say, that's open to anyone that's basically in his server people group. That's not really anybody, but it's a select group. Basically, every so often he holds what he calls server tryouts, where just random people will say they're interested in playing with him, and they'll get in a server tryouts group. Then whenever he does an open server tryouts stream, then they can jump in and basically play with him. And as long as you play with some semblance of maturity and not just wreck the place, then you get promoted into the server group. Then you have access to the closed server, 24/7. That's the server they usually stream on.
Wow, we have to raise our standards over there at the Mavericks. Hell, we'll let anybody in.
Yeah, but like we were talking about earlier too, if we find one that doesn't cut it, you know, we'll give them a kind of a warning, and then...
Am I looking for the Dude Ranch?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I come into these multiplayers, I always have a hard time figuring out where the heck everything is, what needs to.
Yeah, that's it's always like 10 minutes of trying to orient yourself. Hey Wade, this is West Coast.
I just did a power slide with the class when I hit some lag. Whoa. I forgot how much power these things had.
Well, you're not using Colossus over at the Mavericks?
No. I don't think we have any put in yet, do we there, Spectre?
Nope. Our big tractor is the Fendt Vario 1000.
Alright. There's that. Let's see what else needs done here.
But I'll tell you what, Klein, if it takes us to put a class in to get you to play with us once in a while, I'll do that in a minute.
Alright.
No response.
No, I'm looking at something. But you know me, I got busyness. Busyness going on.
Well, I waste my best lines when he's busy, you know?
Let's see here.
Oh, we have silage in the clamp.
It's probably still from our silage fest that we had a couple of...
So we could plant in
what
12.
What is it,
No.
months ago now?
No, it's been another run.
So the tractor, I don't know where the tractor came from. It's just up on the server. Seeder is an in-game seeder.
It's ready to open too.
Seeder is just the standard in-game horse seeder. The tractor, not really sure where it came from, other than that it's on the 3Dudes Multiplay server.
Now this is where we need those new tipper trailers from
We're planting soybeans, country girl. Hey Kyle, how you doing? Yeah, that would be nice, but I suspect we're not going to see, I suspect we won't have, probably won't be activating DLCs on the open server, simply to maximize accessibility.
Yeah, that's true. Not everybody has it, so.
We got 2.1 million. Somebody did a massive bail sell-off the other day. At least according to the finances screen. Might have been the last time we were on. Who knows? I know the game pauses itself if you're not, no one's in it after a certain period of time. So that, you know, a bunch of time doesn't lapse.
Right.
Wait, if you want, you can sign up over at 3Dudes. You can go ahead and get the mods and come on in. Like I said, it's open to anybody that's a 3Dudes member. No, I don't. All I know is I found a tractor and a planter over here, field 11, in mid-plant, so I just got on that, finished it, and then I found another field that was ready to plant. So, just I guess that's what I'm gonna do. We got some harvested fields that might.
I'm cultivating on them now.
All right, so we got that going on. Didn't look like we had anything to harvest. I think we pretty much either have everything growing or harvested.
Yeah, I think everybody did the fun work.
Well, Spectre always gets the fertilizing, he says. Plowing and fertilizing is what he always gets to do.
On that map, anyway.
He's a plow boy anyway.
That's a new one. It says waiting for game host acceptance.
Game host acceptance. Heard of that one. Should be set up to auto accept. See anything where I can accept you?
Did you stream up yet?
Yeah. Been running for about 17 minutes.
Any customers yet?
We got Silver Dragon Genetic J in here.
Well, there you go. Who else you need?
We need a Spectre.
I had to plow and fertilize. Why would it take 10 minutes to sync, Kyle? Is it just your connections that that low?
Somebody needs to quit using a chainsaw.
What? A chainsaw?
Oh. We've got somebody syncing with us.
It's Spectre. Why, he's cutting down trees?
Can't sneak in.
Not with Farm Sim, it tells you pretty much. It's flat out announces who's there.
Gotta wait for the map to get all colored. So you're saying I should just go find a plow, huh?
No, no. But there's definitely no harvesting to go on. I mean, I guess you could duck Zorly and mow the heck out of the grass for no real reason. Since I'm sure we have a ton of bales. Cows go moo, we're waiting on you.
Okay, let's see. It's gonna work. Alright.
We're gonna put another headland on this side
Go there.
and that side, and then we're gonna start running up and down the hill. I think.
Okay.
Looks like that whole southeast corner needs to be planted, huh?
Probably. I'm up here working the northwest corner. Said, you know, we had the massive corn harvest and corn chopping, and then we harvested a bunch of fields up here, but I think the play on the maps dwindled in the last couple months to just mostly the streams. I don't know if it's just time to switch maps, or if it's that time of year where just people have other things going on. Definitely are times of the year where people just in general are busier than other times.
Welcome to 3Dudes Gaming, where we cultivate and sow.
Well, that is over UMRV for the last 3.5 months. Has been plowing, cultivating, and sowing.
Don't forget jumping.
And
Flying trucks.
And soon incorporate mowing and baling.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
That's okay. Come harvest time, that's all it's going to be. It's just harvest and putting grain in bins. And with those bins, I suspect there's going to be lots of, I can't get the grain in the bins.
Yeah, no doubt.
You can come on my map and just drive around all day and feel like you haven't done anything.
There's so much stuff on the Mavericks map that it's hard to keep track of everything. Remember where everything's at, what needs doing.
That's why you got that cheat sheet.
Hey, you could do a follow-up to your map review and say, hey.
What would the follow-up be?
How to play Mavericks with 3 noobs.
Oh.
Are we that new?
That's only if I'm on there. I'm be the 3rd noob. I'm only on there sometimes.
Is that what you are? Is that what you're calling your network, the 3 noobs?
No, I think that would be a copyright infringement. I don't really have a network. I don't want one either.
Too much politics, isn't it, Spectre?
If I felt I could contribute to the YouTube community, I'd be doing it already.
Oh well, that doesn't seem to stop lots of people. Myself included. I started watching some channel where it looks like it's a couple that's building some house off the grid. I don't know where they're building it at, but apparently they don't have like any utilities other than what they can get, obviously, with a generator.
Oh, do you mean, what the heck's the name of it?
They got this, they got like this, they're building some log house or something, and they got basically cutting their own logs and I guess bringing them down to where they're building the house. And they got some.
It's not like the Last Alaskans or whatever, is it?
No,
No. They got some like push. Some manual like wood. What is it? What do you call it when you some manual sawmill that cuts planks and cuts the logs down to size and everything.
Pure Living for Life.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one you're. I've been watching that series, and yeah, they're pretty good. They're a husband-wife team that are building basically a stick frame. Well, not a stick frame, but they went to a class to learn it. I've been watching that myself for about 4 or 5 months. They are an interesting couple.
Yeah. Now, what I'm not sure of is how much of it is close to real time, and how much of it is it's back footage. Because I saw a video that they posted like a week ago that was like a big reveal, and it was like the thumbnail was like, it looked like a finished the finished outside of the house. Yet other videos that they had released more recently, they just had like the basement walls poured. They were in like the first floor deck on. They were like making floor joists and stuff. So it's like,
yeah, okay.
Not really sure what's going on here.
The one that you've seen there that had the it was a program that a developer made to give an idea what it's going to look like. So they had a 3-dimensional rendering made of it.
Oh, okay. So they were showing in the thumbnail was basically the 3D image of what the house would look like afterwards.
When it's actually finished. So
right.
Where they have it now, they have the warm board on the top, which is the radiant heat floor.
Hey Craig, how you doing? Yeah, it looked like an interesting series. You got a fair bit of followers, it looked like.
They have Instagram, and they also have a Facebook page, and a lot of their followers come through Facebook, but they also do the YouTube. And they're actually coming up to a workshop where they're actually going to make the workshop that they went through are going to come and help them build the house with a class of people. And that's going to be in about 5 days. It starts in about 5 days.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it's a pretty bad time to be not under roof as far as the weather goes. I'm not really sure where they are, because they talked about somebody coming through Oregon or something, or South Dakota.
Yeah, that was their parents, their mom and dad, her mom and dad. And they live in a trailer underneath the portable garage that's on their property there. They actually live in a camper trailer right on the property.
I just thought it was pretty cool. The guy was, he took a log and he basically took a bunch of measurements and then sliced it down to size, but he really was only getting like one decent beam per log.
Yeah. We are selling silage.
Yeah, they can be a pretty good hoot over there at Delta Bravo Productions, that's for sure. Well, it looks like we need to fill up our seed here before we can finish out this field.
So the money should be going up about now.
I see it ticking up.
That's how I got them trained over on Mavericks. Sell, sell, sell.
It's taken me a little while to get used to that map, but now that we're kind of getting into a groove of some of the productions getting online there, it's starting to pick up.
It's always picked up. It's just you'll never be bored on that map. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, you're probably feeling like you're always behind because if you're not working the fields, you got to work to supply the industry, then you got to unload the industry, and let's see here if I can figure out where the seed is.
Right now there's only 3 or 4 of us that kind of are steady on it. We need a few more people to kind of balance out the size of the map, because you can basically zone it out and say, okay, this is your half and there's your other half, and you deal with those fields and we'll deal with this over here, and
There we go, we found
so on
it.
and so on. That's how I see it.
It's funny, there's so much going on that you need to buy more fields so you can have a variety of crops, but you can't keep up with the field work because you're driving stuff around, selling, and trying to keep the industries running. And
We'll find that happy balance.
Well, you might have to just figure out which you can't get them all running. You might just have to figure out what you want to focus on. And then maybe slowly add industries as you get more people, or just get more efficient.
Yeah. But then, you know, I ended up making up the water train and the hay train, and picking up bales and processing them, and it's a matter of getting everything filled up or topped out first, and then just letting it go, and then hopefully just be able to top off stuff instead of, because we're going from dead empty to this needs like 500,000, or this needs $500,000, or $1 million of this or whatever, you know.
Oh, sorry to hear you messed up the 24-day over on Serenity Valley, Kyle. What'd you do? Did the game save get corrupted or something, or was it just planted the wrong stuff?
so I guess you're gonna have to put a class in there, huh?
Bigger's better.
Like I said, I got a big Fent Vario in there. That's our 600 plus horsepower tractor on that map.
Yeah, that will definitely do it, but
The Black Beauty.
I would, you know, I'd love to play. It's just I'm overcommitted. I don't want to overcommit. That's the last thing I want to do, is overcommit. I worry that that would overcommit me. Between trying to commit to 2 map videos a week, trying to make sure that I've got 3 play videos done a week, and here in a week or so, I'll be getting back into the racing game. Right now we're kind of at a mid-break, or it's kind of a season break on that. Then kind of already the multiplayer schedule that we got. There isn't too much time left. Usually I only get about 2.5 hours a day.
All right.
Oh, we're not selling no more. What'd you do?
Oh, a couple of the belts came out of sync. The middle one kind of jostled itself out of place.
Holy lag spikes.
Still haven't mastered those belts over there, huh?
I usually have them going pretty good. It's just the center one was just a little off, and they shimmy across the ground a little bit.
Yeah, Kyle, you can't plant sugar beets with Midwest Geo. Now you might be able to. There's a buyable silos mod where you can buy basically silo full of crop, where you might be able to buy 20,000 liters of sugar beets at a time, and that could get you over your hump maybe. Or you could go in and edit the Midwest Geo and basically have it so that sugar beets will work again. The way to do that would be to obviously make a copy of the mod. Go in and work on the copy, and basically take everything and duplicate the lines that deal with potatoes, and then just change potato to sugar beet, and then put the modded version of the Geo back in, and you should then be able to plant sugar beets. Of course, even if you're able to plant sugar beets, you're not going to get any sugar beets for probably quite a long time. You probably won't have sugar beets until late summer. That's when I was able to do plant or harvest potatoes. So all of the production that would require sugar, you wouldn't be able to get up and running until probably autumn. So I think that buyable silos would be a better option, because you could get those industries up running right away. Or you could go into your vehicles.xml, and put sugar beets in the silo. Just give yourself so many thousand liters of sugar beets in the silo. Save your vehicle's XML, boot the game up, and there's your sugar beets. And then you would You would do that under the pretense that you are a running farm and that you've obviously had a crop before now, and you're simply using last year's crop for your production. I would suggest opening up the Midwest Geo Cows Go Moo, and there's a data folder. In the data folder are some XML files. If you open those XML files up, they're not super descriptive, but they do kind of give you a clue as to where some of the data that they use comes from, and you might be able to basically massage that data to work for a Wisconsin weather pattern. Hey Sean, how are you doing? Alright, we're just about done this field. For a little variety, we'll, no we can't. Oh darn it. I was going to say for a variety we'd go,
silver, I get a huge lag spike.
it's all that silage he's selling.
It's all silver's fault.
I done it. I gunned on did it.
Well, it's interesting. Did anybody play with the Compost Master on the Hoff Bergman? Seems like in some streams I were watching of them, of that, that was causing all kinds of performance problems in multiplayer. It's the Compost Master running. I think that was Stoppenbach actually. I was going to say that I was going to fertilize those cultivated fields, but I can't because that little...
Is that standard in-game red compost master?
Well, that's not standard. It's a placeable mod.
Yeah, but it's pretty common.
Yeah, I think it's that, but I don't know what the deal is. If it's just the animated scripts, but even people that weren't anywhere as close to it were having issues. I'm gonna cheat because I don't really care. I can't really figure out where on the heck the entrance is. Let's put something else in. Let's see what we got. Alright, we got plenty of field, plenty of soybeans, field canola, corn. Very good field. Just for fun. Oh, I'm not starting UMRV over again. Nothing's gonna make me start that over again. They release version 3 next week. We're not going to be doing version 3. We're going to be finishing out in 2.1. I did see on their Facebook page that UMRV 3 will require a new save game. So we're definitely not going to go back and redo any of that work. Just a reminder to anybody watching the stream, you all are free and welcome to come on in here to West Coast and join us. This is an open server. All you need to do is be a member of the 3Dudes Gaming Network. And to be a member of 3Dudes Gaming Network, all you gotta do is go to the 3Dudes site, which is in my description, sign up for an account, and presto, you are now a member. There is a multiplayer lounge that has all the information on how to get the mods and how to log into the server. And the server's up 24/7 for anybody that wants to come in and play. Right now we are doing, right now I'm planning on streaming Multiplay on the map on Saturdays, but like I said, it's open pretty much all the time. I know Rubber Burner had some internet issues again, and he's been a little under the weather. DoughBoy's been busy out in the woods, and also has been a little under the weather. But it's hunting season, and likes to go out and see if he can't get himself something. So hunting season is often early mornings, and us streaming at 9:30 at night doesn't bode well with getting up at like 4 in the morning. You get out in the woods before daylight. I think that's why lots of people like the Stevie maps, because they've got production, but they almost all auto sell. You don't have to run around and try to empty the conveyors.
Yeah, but some of them, I've got a couple of Stevie maps that have, it's kind of a half and half deal. There's ones you have to go and empty, and then there's ones that do have the auto sell triggers on them for certain things. Now, if you want to stay on for a great demand and you don't want it the market to bottom out, you kind of hold them off so they don't auto sell.
having lag over there, Genetic J?
Yeah, really bad.
Not bad on my end.
Spiking the 1500 millisecond.
Yeah, that's pretty awful. I'm in the 30s and 40s.
I'm running about 60 on average. And then it spikes way up.
Yeah, okay, well, it's got to... The belt's starting to slow down. It's starting to do that jitter pickup.
Oh, we stopped selling again. We're having the issues where those belts creep.
Yeah. But then the Silo King there, it gets to a certain point that it'll only take in so much at a time, and it'll start that. It'll stop and go every few seconds.
Yeah, that's because it's up to 50,000, isn't it?
Yep.
Hello.
Hey, Farmer Oops.
Oh, it's Farmer Oops. How you doing?
How are you?
We're doing good.
Fine. Can I join you guys?
Most definitely.
Of course.
You go over 3Dudes, you can get the link to get the mods and the server and all that.
Come in.
Oh, there aren't too many mods over on this one.
I think Farmer Oops was in with us once before.
Coming in now.
Yep.
Where do we get seed on this map?
Hey, don't bring any lag with you.
What's that, Spectre?
Where do we get seed on this map?
At the all the three of the farms, will have seed fill points.
Yep.
I don't know where they are on the farms. You got to kind of poke around and find the seed
No,
bags.
that's fine. That's fine. I remember now. I'm a little rusty.
The red farm, they're over by the gas fill.
Yeah, I'll find them. I just forgot they were at each farm. That's all.
Yeah, they've said that the PDA is upside down for some reason. I think they started the map and got a fair bit of the way into the map, then realized that the PDA was upside down, but maybe they were too far into it that they didn't want to change it around.
Well, this has already gone a quarter of the way in on the bunker.
So Rockhound made a comment the other day that he didn't like the way any of the in-game trucks or the modded trucks work, so he made the POW truck.
Oh?
I'm feeling his pain because that's one of the issues we're going through on Mavericks right now, is trying to find a decent truck. I don't have Rockhound's truck on there, but it may come to that.
You don't have the POW truck?
No, I don't have it in. I have the truck, but I don't have it on the server.
Ah, okay.
What's the issue with the in-game trucks? They just don't steer right?
Well, the International Harvester cab over you got, we like that one a lot, but the trailers sit really funny on them that we're using. I think I told you that before. They
Yeah.
seem to have the power and they can steer it, but they just look really, really weird on with that big crampy Bandit. The custom Road King train trucks don't steer well when they're fully loaded. You have to let off the gas to steer.
Yeah, it's like the front end gets lifted off the ground every so often.
The barrel cores and the day cab in game just don't have the power to pull. The road train and the modded Bandit I'm using, because the Bandit we have was modded to hold 250,000 liters.
Well,
as opposed to the in-game 60.
well, there you go. Obviously, all those trucks are having an issue pulling the extra 190,000 liters.
Yeah, but the road train truck should be able to handle it if it can pull 3 trailers.
Yeah, I could pull three trailers, but it wouldn't have all that weight on the fifth wheel. It would just have the weight behind it as resistance. Whereas with all that, in theory, all that extra weight on the fifth wheel would be pushing down on the back axle, which could be lifting up the front.
Yeah.
I bet you if you put in a regular 60,000 liter trailer, they would all drive totally fine and dandy. The cow farm over on UMRV has the only real silo on the map. Cow farm has a real dump silo that shows up in the PDA
What do you want me to do?
where you can put all the crops in.
Anything you want.
We don't really have anything to harvest. I think we got lots of field that's in either a plowed state or a cultivated state that could use cultivating or seeded. We might have fields that are in a state that could use fertilizing. I think most of the gameplay as of late on the map has been harvesting. So, you know, we've kind of maybe harvested the map out, and now we gotta get it all ready to go again. Rockhound's got that international cab over. It's a real short truck. He'll probably do something fun with that one, I'm sure. I haven't even had a chance to play with the horse stuff. That came out, what, early November? Been wanting to play with the horse stuff. I'm wanting to play with the, I got the straw thing. Haven't had a chance to do anything other than install that.
But the new straw add-on?
Yeah. You know, it would just so happen that, on the Midtown USA series it's going to start on Monday, that like literally a week and a half ago I finished, or maybe even a week ago I finished the first round of harvest, which was basically straw and barley. Right. And have already baled all of the straw, so I don't even have I don't have anything to bale that I could start using the balers or any of the bale handling stuff from that pack yet. Now I gotta wait until late autumn to get anything more to bale. Well, I guess I could bale grass soon.
Yeah, make hay pellets for the cows.
Yeah, fertilizer in there too.
Yeah, you can fertilize if that's what you're asking. Yeah, that's the other challenge on the map. Not really sure where it is. Should be a sprayer and a couple spreaders somewhere.
Find the sprayer, but I don't know where I fill it.
What farm you at or near?
I'm on the pig farm.
Pig farm.
Pig.
The piggies?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, on the pink farm. I just drove by him. He's at the pink farm by field 50.
Okay.
All right, have fun there, Rockhound. See you later.
Can see where the seals are, but
Oh, that's the chicken farm.
Is it back here?
yeah, it was on the seal there.
Solid over here, these bags.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel it now.
Yippee for me. Figured it out. All right, let's get back to this. Oh, I
Everybody
think.
in your stream?
Oh, we got 13.
Oh. 13 genetic J's.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I think you're gonna like Midtown. It's what's that map that was the DLC for 13, and then it was in 15.
Westbridge Hills.
That's it. It's basically a Westbridge Hills edit, but it's really nice. It's got an awesome train. I love the train. Got some really nice sell points, way decorated up. Cal's Go Move in chat was saying he'll have to decide on if he's going to play Midtown once he sees the series start, and I couldn't remember what map Midtown was based on.
Was that your next single player series?
Yeah. Episode 0 airs on Monday. Then we'll be 3 times a week.
That's just you as a single player, though, right?
Yeah. No, it's just a it's not a drivable train. It's just an animated train that drives through the map. Drives through a tunnel in the middle of the map, and has an insanely loud horn that you can hear a couple fields away when it does drive through, and it's long. It's not like a standard farm sim train that's got like 4 or 5 cars.
I'm trying to remember the last time I played single player.
Alright, what are you going to watch there, Kyle? Anything fun? Or it's probably a lady movie.
I'm contemplating a relog to see if this lag won't straighten out.
I suspect you played single player when you did. You must be completely forgetting about your Broad Acres playing. That was single player. Yes, Midtown is a U.S. map, or it should be. It's based on. It's American-ish. It obviously doesn't represent any one location.
How long have we been playing Mavericks, Dragon? Has it been a month yet?
Oh no, I want to say about 2 weeks. At least it has been for me.
Ooh, the fog.
Seems longer.
Well, you played it yourself for, what, a couple of months, you said?
You started after Thanksgiving or before?
Just before, I think it was.
Yeah, it was before.
Well, it was after the DLC came out, right? Because that came out the 15th. Right? Didn't that come out the 15th?
Yeah, it was after the sugarcane one, because it was about 4 or 5 days after that when I got the invite for.
Alright, see you later, Craig.
Sure seems like longer.
Yeah.
Does that mean you've given up on Broad Acres if you haven't, you don't remember playing single player?
That Cottonfields just beat the hell out of me.
You're finishing up 14, aren't you, Farmer Clan?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm far enough ahead of you. I'll be back in a few minutes.
We'll need to refill our seed here again. Are those belts getting to you?
No, I just stopped him for a minute to let the Silo King catch up, because it was just getting to the point where it was maxing out stop and start. And when they stop and start, that's when they start jumping up and down, so, and shifting. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a break, repositioning these things so that they'll behave some more, hopefully.
I like that mod where if the Silo King has something in it, the price doesn't drop. As long as you can keep it chewing on something, then your price is stable.
Right.
But I really think that new, like, universal cultivator, or not universal, that universal belt, one that does bales, I think that one's far better than the in-game conveyors, because of it just lets you pick up. It kind of auto picks up. Hey, old guy farmer, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, it's it does pick
This
up.
is
like the
West
small one
Coast.
does. Just it's got the wider mouth on it.
Yeah, and it's longer.
And it'll elevate like the big. So it's got a combination of the big one and the small one together.
Yeah, so you only need, you know, no, not that you would only need one to go straight to the BGA, but you would only need one to go straight into a trailer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then I like those trailers that came out of the sugarcane pack, the ones that act like a.
There's the PDA for you.
Like
So go that way.
Bucket.
Been up here working. Got Spectre working down here. Farmer Oops is working over here.
So you think that might be the solution to our Commodore problem over on Mavericks, huh?
What's that?
Yeah, I like that conveyor. I've only used it once. That was to pick up manure and put it in a trailer, and it worked really well. Is
you're gonna add a new mod.
Is No Creek been updated?
Maybe two.
Fix the
Maybe
cows yet?
POW truck and that belt mod.
I'm gonna have to get Rockhounds, because I think we all have early versions of that, unless you downloaded it and updated it. Right?
I don't believe I have the. I think I have. I'm not sure. Unless he's remodeled it completely.
He has a private version. It's got 3 rear axles, but that one's not been provided to anybody other than himself. What we got on UMRVs, the most recent released edition, POW.
And I believe I've got the most recent one because the last time he was on here, on this map, he let a bunch of us get his new map and the truck again. So I believe we have the most recent as well.
Yeah, I've been waiting on, oh look, I can see you. I see you. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
So is the version on UMRV in the public? That's public release?
POW is public, yeah.
I know that thing will haul pretty good.
Oh, look. That's where you get free water. There's a road that runs right down into the water over here by whatever field I'm in now. Field 17.
Yeah, that's the free water point.
Hey, Tim, how you doing? Yeah, I've been holding off on a video for No Creek.
I put the free water mod in on this map.
Because
all your water points are supposed to be non-potable water.
I wanna try to put the video in the channel once I know that it's gonna be stable. So I was gonna do it when he had his update, but then I saw on his Facebook where he was talking about having problems with the cows, so I've been just holding off. So I look forward to that update, so I can get that up there in the channel for this week. And of course, are we all eagerly waiting the old farm of the valley, or the valley in the old farm, or whatever they call it? New Black Sheep map.
The one that was supposed to be out 2 weeks ago?
It's in testing. There's no supposed to be. It's just in testing. Since it's going to be on console, it's taking a long time to test, it seems.
Who's the guys that did UMRV?
DR mod mapping or modding or something, yeah.
They've got a new one coming out. That's, well, it's a ways away yet, but they did a preview video of it. That's the one I want to see.
Whiskey Creek. That's what it's called.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What other maps is Black Sheep done?
It's called The Valley, the Old Farm. Which I never can remember the name because the name makes no sense to me. It's just the words are all in the wrong order. But of course they're not English speaking, so I'm sure in their own language it probably makes complete sense to them. I just always want to call it the farm of the valley, the old farm of the valley or something. That makes more sense to me. It's a normal size map as opposed to like Old Streams, which is just really small. I think it's got like 100 fields or so, and just looks really nice. They've done several little play previews of it, showing off a bunch of new mods that are evidently also coming out very soon from them. We've got a fair number of new forestry style mods, and they've got an excavator that has several attachments, doing all kinds of things from cutting down trees to buckets to bale grabs, all kinds of cool things.
What other maps have they done?
Old Streams.
I like Old Streams, except for it had a little bit of problems with some fields on it, the field boundaries or something. Well, like I said, this is my favorite map. One of my favorite maps of all time for Farming Simulator. Actually.
The West Coast?
Yep. I don't usually do English maps either, but I love this
one. I played a lot of English maps in 15, and I found them more higher detail in the surroundings. Like Bullet Bills and a few others that did the Oxygen David maps.
Only soon. They only keep saying soon, old guy. Farmer, and I did read a comment where they did say that a new game save was going to be needed.
But there's a lot of mods I have in 15 I wish they had in 17. And
So even if 3 comes out while we're still doing our
break down and convert them.
our UMRV streams, we will not be updating.
No clue where to start on that.
Simply because we just got done all the field work. We only have like 4 fields left to plant. And at that point, the entire map will have been plowed, planted, and cultivated.
I converted some 13
And we are
things to
almost
15.
done spring. So we are nowhere going to go back.
I wouldn't even know where to
Start over.
To even figure it out.
To your question, Tim, how do we deal with trolls? We stomp them in the ground and they never come back. We don't really have any problems.
Most of it is just stuff in your mod desk and your XML files.
It's an open server, but you still have to register and log in with the 3Dudes website. And
stuff in it that now is in your.
That seems to solve the problem for the most part.
Over into the right file and then update a few things in it and should be good to go.
Most of the trolls aren't going to bother themselves with having to sign up for a website. They prefer what they think is to complete anonymity, being anonymous, by jumping in the open, unpassworded servers when they just go to the server browser. So the server does have a password, but the password is easily obtainable by just logging into 3Dudes website and looking at the Multiplay lounge. Yeah, the MP ownership is interesting. We're going to look at that when we try to do our little Clover Creek thing where we all own individual farms. But I think right now there's a big little, not really a big bug, but there's a little bug where if you're admin, or if you know the admin password and you can basically make yourself admin, then admins are allowed to drive anything. Obviously because someone needs to be able to go in and assign a tractor to somebody. And I think the only body that can do that is maybe an admin. Or if you need to get rid of the tractor and the guy that is registered to is not on the server, then obviously an admin should be able to do that. So like Delta Bravo was going to use that mod, but pretty much all of the people that were doing the play on that server knew the admin password, so that kind of defeated the whole ability. I guess I should get rid of these lines. I'm not going to be using GPS. How to set up, I don't, not that I know of. Cows go moo. Unless Grizzly Bear did a video on how to log into the server. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone that has a video on how to set a multiplayer server up itself. Yep, no 100 megs, 100 meter seeder. Yep. Most of the stuff on this server is pretty much base equipment, other than the tractor. There's a couple other mods in the
It looks like half the pit's gone.
in the server, but most of it's open. or not open, but most of it's base game stuff to make it fairly easy for people to join. That's a nice rolling hill there. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not like these are giant fields anyway. I think in an hour and a half I've managed to seed 4 fields, so that's not too bad. That is a lot of mods, Tim. That is a lot.
Has it been that long already?
What?
An hour and a half?
Yeah.
Wow.
You got my stream up? Because I don't think I had keyed the mic for that one, did I?
Yeah. I kind of got it running in the background, so...
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, okay.
Just because I want to keep an eye on you.
And we'll tell you if you miss a spot or nothing or something.
Well, you know, I played with the more realistic a while ago. Actually, several months ago. That was way back when I was.
I can't watch you scream and play at the same time.
Do you run into stuff?
Well, I got the double monitor, so it's.
Yeah, I was doing more realistic way back when I was doing.
So do I, but I got the Discord open on the other one.
Not Clover.
Well, I've got Discord and the stream.
Cherry Hills, and a little bit
monitor.
when I was doing Serenity Valley.
I have Discord like in behind.
But I really had a problem with the tractors having like 0 front traction, where the
But if
tires
you
would
have
just
Discord,
slide
you
all
just
over the
click on it.
place. Even if I had huge tractors on modest equipment, the front wheels would just be sliding all over the place like they were on grease. Maybe it's a lot better now.
I think it's the delay that drives me nuts.
I had gone in and I had added the
stream. So.
the 4 or 5 XML line, the 4 or 5 XML lines to the tractors, and that's pretty much all I had done. I didn't go in and try to add any realistic engine figures or anything. But I haven't tried it in probably about 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, mute the video.
Yeah, Spectre just mutes everything.
Just ignore you guys.
Selective hearing.
I have not played on Pleasant Valley.
For certain people.
No, he has selective listening. He hears fine, he just doesn't listen.
So all that silage selling, and I think you're up 200,000.
Wow. It's about halfway into the bunker right now. It's leaving one side, not what I'll do later once I cut a path through the whole one side. I'll just bring the loader and start taking it off one wall, because there's those got those little green patches that didn't get taken away.
Yeah, I'll probably mess with it some. As far as more realistic, kind of off series, to mess with it kind of offline. I add it in the next one.
Oh, you fucker. Come in here, go ahead.
So Spectre, if watching my stream on a delay and the gameplay is confusing, I've got 3 versions of my screen up. I've got the main game, and then off to the right I've got the OBS preview window, which is showing the video. Then to the left I've got the YouTube stream preview that's running, and they're all at a little bit different point.
So why do you need to see so many different versions of the same thing?
I'll have OBS up so I can see the bit rate, just see if I'm having issues streaming out, just to make sure that it's capturing the video. Then of course the stream, I'm just watching for the chat, and just making sure the sometimes the video goes off on it. It's really bad, and then I kind of can see if it's bad because of YouTube or it's bad because I'm uploading slow. Hey Mark, so you did you finally see what Rockhound went and did? That was quite the affair.
That makes sense.
Up and over.
gotta say, Farmer Klein, I'd rather pull this Limkin cultivator with this Deutz than with that Claas.
Okay. The articulation you're having issues with? Or it's just too big?
Yeah, it's just the art. Well, it's, I guess, crab steering on it now, or whatever, four-wheel steering. But yeah, it just makes it wiggle a little more than what I would like.
Yeah. You can't turn the four-wheel steer off, but I understand. I always felt that the center steer, the articulated deal, that the back shouldn't wiggle as much as it does when you turn. I feel that when you turn, the back shouldn't move as much as the front, but it's just me.
Yeah, usually the back wheels are only probably not even 25% of the front wheels, at least on a truck. I don't know about an articulated tractor.
Somebody's getting frustrated with a keyboard.
That Warrior's a nice little tractor.
It is. I always have liked these Deutzes. I actually had a little stump grinder in real life that had a 45 horse Deutz on it. That was a nice little engine.
Okay, this is just being ordinary. I may have to change my keyboards. Luckily, I got about 4 of them in the house.
Keyboard views.
Well, some of my or just needs damn good cleaning. The contacts are getting a little funky on part of it.
You've worn the keyboard out.
Well, it's about a 5-year-old keyboard, so, and I use it hard, so, you know, with all the games I play. Hey, Oops, do you want to bring that one tractor and give this thing a little nudge? I can't get over this hill. Please.
I haven't seen him up in Glance for a while. I don't know if he disconnected.
No, he's
there.
He's
okay.
down here walking around.
Oh, okay. I see him now.
He's on break. Union break.
8 hours of break and 10 minutes of work.
Well, it is incredibly early where he is.
The wheels are spinning, but it ain't moving anywhere.
It shouldn't be a bad time.
Oh, there it goes. It finally... Alright. It finally let go.
I can see that.
Thanks, anyway. But I am going to have to readjust this a little bit, too. Well, wrong one. It's just being ordinary. Come on. Okay. Okay, this one's gonna need a nudge because it got picked up the one wheel right off the ground. Alright, that should be good. That did it. Thank you, sir.
Let's go here and drive in circles.
Okay, it's gonna need that little bit picked up there.
Alrighty.
There we go. Alrighty then.
How's the economy gameplay going there, Mark? Hey Ryan, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Just over here on the West Coast, putting some time in.
These things sometimes get a little fussy, but hey.
No, no seasons on the map. Not this map. This is the open multiplayer server over at 3Dudes. I think the biggest thing about the economy thing that you're all doing is the bookkeeping. If you're not religious with your bookkeeping, then the whole thing just falls apart.
You can sure tell the ground friction on this map for these belts. They don't move too quick.
Oh, they don't move too quick anytime. I think most they run is like 3 or 4 mile an hour.
Well, this thing's moving, but it's at 0. What's that? The tortoise and the hare remind me thing, you know?
So my double crop on this, on my single player, is going pretty good, Farmer Clown. I think it's going to turn out good, and it's going to keep me busy all summer.
That's good, because summer can be a lull in activity.
I have had to fast forward through a few days in winter, but that's not. You just feed the cows. And by that time, you're pretty much done with the light anyway. Fast forward a little bit, skip night, and go on. You know, some people are not going to like the seasons because they can't constantly grind fields all the time. You know, you can't sow and then turn around and fertilize and then cook and then harvest and cultivate and sow, you know, back to back to back. Which is fine if people want to do that, but it's just not realistic.
Yeah, the biggest issue people run into is they want to start with too much stuff. You know, your daily, unless you've cheated money in, you can't have a whole bunch of daily maintenance early on, because you're not going to have zero income for many days. Unless you get out there and
one way to combat
hit the
that,
woods real quick.
especially like with this West Coast, is don't buy your animals right off the bat. And when you get that first grass growth, silage it and sell it. I mean, you're gonna have to wait a few days, but that's gonna help you keeping some income in through the summer when you're not able to harvest.
Yep.
I bought animals. I bought cows. I bought 100 head close to fall, but I had been planning to buy them, so I had saved the hay and the straw and all that. And I fed 100 of them through the winter.
What I was saying, Mark, was not the actual active bookkeeping, but but if people would forget to put stuff down in the books, then you'd have work.
Well, I'm gonna call him tonight.
You know, work being done and expenses being done that aren't tracked.
Take it easy, man.
All right, man. Check you later. Thanks for coming out.
Yep. Talk to you later.
I had to put the fourth belt in place.
I saw that. You got lots of stuff that's on and no one's in it.
Silage, silage, silage.
But the engines are still on these things? I thought they shut down.
Well, in theory, they shut down if you're far enough away from them for long enough. They don't turn themselves off. Yeah, we don't have. Oops. Wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. We don't have seasons on here because it's the open multiplay server, and we have it running 24/7. And with seasons, we can't disable plant withering. So we have plant withering turned off. So it's not that big of a deal if crops get to full harvest state. We won't, if no one's in the map for a day or two, it's no big deal because the crops won't wither.
Better.
I see the money goes up.
So you started with 50 million, and after 2 years, you only have 20,000 left. Is that what you're saying? You've lost.
We were close to what, 200,000?
I think so. Well, you can check the prices screen. I think when I started in here, we had 2.1 million something, and now we're at 2.3.
Okay.
Let's see here. Finished planting the field 11, then we did 12, 14, 17, and now we're on 15. So, not too bad for a night. Several fields in the growing stage now. I don't know if you all had heard, but I thought I thought a bit more about the Clover Creek thing. And I think we'll do 21-day seasons at normal 1x speed. Hey Delta Bravo, and the reason is that that puts 7-day transitions in, and that means 7 days works out great for a week. So that means, like, if we, let's say, start the map on a Sunday, that means every Sunday will be the first day of the next transition. So it'll be easier to kind of anticipate when things might need to get done. And it gives you 7 days to do what you need to do before the next transition. So it doesn't really require you to be on the server for any real duration every day. You're just you jump in and do what you need to do when you can, knowing that there's a certain amount of work that you probably got to get done that game week, but you don't need to feel that you need to put in like 4 or 5 hours every 2 or 3 days just to keep ahead.
I was gonna see if you had I know you're keeping track of it, but the farms that everybody has spoken for on it. Cause I might get in on that too later. It depends on what's going on in real life.
Yeah, I got a graphic where I've imposed people's names over the plots. I can put back up in chat, Discord. Oh, okay. It's not that you've lost 49,880,000. Just have 20,000 that's disappeared and unaccounted for.
You might get a good portion of this sold on the stream tonight.
All the stream seeing is the money tick up.
206,000. Yep. Yeah, she's going up.
You working tonight, Delta Bravo? Alright, we're going to fill the cedar back up, and then jump down the BGA and see what's going down there. Our seed. Fill up our fertilizer. Always feels like this, like these in-game seeder, well, any of the seeders take way too much fertilizer and they don't have near enough space for seed. Like the bin should be reversed based on the usage rate. I filled this seed part of this seeder up. This all probably liquided. Oh. I've filled the seed part probably 3 times tonight, and I haven't touched the fertilizer side once. Was reversed, then it would be used at about the same percentage rate.
A couple hours sleep.
All right. Well, it's nice to have you on tonight.
5:30 in the morning, and also.
Take it easy, Farmer.
5:30. That's when I usually get up, not when I go to bed.
I've been playing with on the PCST server for 5 hours tonight too.
Oh, look at that train.
Yeah.
We got quite the chain here, don't we?
Yep. I just put the fourth one in there. I shrunk up the main one there, so
looks like the bunker was fairly full.
it was right full, right front to back. It seems to be cutting down that one side, so I figured no, just keep on going and just cut right up to the front, and then later just come in with the JCB there and start pulling it off the wall.
Good night, everybody. Bye bye.
Later.
Yeah, I'm about to call it 2. We're at 2 hours. I'm about done seeding. What did we do? We put in seeded 11, 12, 14. Tiger Man's coming in.
I see this.
Yeah, our server's down. I thought I'd come see what's up over here.
Oh, I think Spectre's adjusting some mods.
Oh, there we are. We're back. So yeah, I think we seeded 11, 12, 14, 17, and 15. So that's a fair bit of work for 4.5 fields in 2 hours. Using standard seeders, if you hardest part.
I know once we get spoiled with the modified ones, you don't want anything but, right?
Yep. Oh, it's giant. We got a giant pile of sugar beets.
Yeah, those were put there the first week that this was opened, I think it was.
Jay, you miss a stubble, man. A stubble.
Alright guys,
Saw
well
that.
thanks for watching the stream. I'm going to go ahead and
There you go. Now
and
you
hit
got
the
it.
hay for the night. We'll be back streaming probably
Picky,
Wednesday.
picky, man.
We're going to try to maybe keep our schedule back again.
It's funner that way.
So look for another schedule over at UMRV on
Tiger Man's
Wednesday.
come in with the fine-tooth comb there. And
Got a new series starting up on Mid-Valley or Midtown USA starting on Monday. So go ahead and take a look at that. And we've got a really nice map scheduled up for Tuesday release. It is another map by Chris Kimball Gaming. I guess that's his name, Chris Kimball. So if you go to his website, you'll probably figure out what map we're talking about.
3 and 4 are tight.
So until next time, guys, happy farming.